Your Excellency, the Deputy President, our Minister for Devolution, Eugene, our PS for International Trade, Chris Kipto, our Chairman of the National Chamber of Commerce, members of Parliament here led by the Area Member of Parliament. We also have our Women Rep, Madam Chelule, all invited guests, and also our investors who are here. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for coming, and my MP for Molo, thank you also for joining us. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for making time to be here. And our Senate Speaker, who has also come together with the Deputy President. To thank you all for coming here and to appreciate that this is a journey that we have started, and we know it will not get immediate answers, but we know that the information that has come out of this particular conference in a few months or years' time is going to be seen in terms of employment, wealth creation, and many of the other things that we've been talking out here. I am happy that the private sector has been particularly well represented here. And as has been said here by Osirian, we have had missions out there where we went with them to try and explore the flower markets, the Gulf region, the flowers that we sell, go through Netherlands through the auction. We don't have much of the direct market, but the 2 or 3 times that we've gone out there and said what we have to offer, they have been amazed. And I think also what we found interesting is that most of the flowers that come here, because they have to be sold through the auction, nobody knows that Kenya has any flowers. Nobody knows that the roses that we find in Europe are a product of Kenya and Nakuru by extension. So we really need to establish this direct market, ensure that our people have access to those markets also for diversity, and I'm sure, as has been said by our PS for International Trade, we'll be able to have better returns. I also want to take this opportunity to say as a county, we're extremely grateful because really not for our own making, but by God's greatness, we have certain advantages that no one else has. And I don't want to repeat what has already been said, but if there was any reason why we cannot move on, I personally don't know what that reason would be. When it comes to our geographical location, when it comes to geothermal, Kenya is the leading producer of geothermal in Africa, and in Kenya, it is here in Nakuru. So, in the companies that are here, including Kengen, we've had meetings when we've gone out of the country. Sometimes you find that the experts from Kenya on geothermal expertise are the best, not only in Africa, but also out there. So again, even as other countries like Ethiopia and Djibouti seek to establish geothermal energy, I think their first point of call will always be here. So again, we have that human resource that we have developed over time through Kengen and also through GDC that I'm sure in a few years to come will become a huge resource to this particular country. Allow me, Excellency, to touch on important issues. And first is in the area of tourism, because manufacturing has been dealt with quite significantly. And as a country, we really need to find a way of really exploring the potential that we have in Kenya. We get about 1.2 million visitors. We were here discussing yesterday presentations, and we found countries that have only a window of 3 to 4 months when visitors can come. And many of them have up to 6 to 7 million visitors for only 4 months. Now, God has given us 12 months, and you do 1.2. With all this geothermal, with all these animals, so we need to find a way of working, and particularly for Naivasha, Your Excellency, we'll be seeking intervention because this particular destination was very critical for conferencing, but in the last few years it was downgraded from government books, which means it has become less attractive, and the investors had already put their money here, which has also been a major complication. So we'll be seeking your intervention with respect to that. We're also looking for investments specifically for developers who can be able to integrate with geothermal. These natural spas are a great and they attract over 5 million visitors just to one site on account of geothermal combined with tourism. Now here in Kenya, apart from Bogoria, where we have not fully been able to utilize. What you have in Nakuru, Menengai, in Nakuru, in Olkaria, not much has been done. So again, we'll be asking all of us who are here, especially the investors, to find a way of us working together to explore this that remains here. Your Excellency, the national government has made commendable progress in the area of SGR, and it will be terminating in the area we call Mahiu. And one of the biggest challenges we have as a county is that the biggest logistics center in the region. The sort of congestion we are having right now in Nairobi, the cargo is taking a very short time to come to Nairobi, but after it gets to Nairobi, because of the congestion there, we still have a bit of time wastage. Now, if we develop Mai Mahiu, which is about just 20 minutes from Nairobi by train, maybe 1 hour by road, this will be the best distribution center for our cargo. And later on, we'll be hearing from Kenya Railways for that particular logistics hub. So again, for the local investors here, many of us who are out there, again, we'll be requesting you as a council will be in terms of planning. We'll want to ensure a logistic hub that has all the facilities and all the amenities so that we can be able to take up that role. And in terms of logistics, I want to assure you, we are not just thinking of Kenya. In countries like Southern Sudan, Uganda, and others, a huge opportunity for all of you. Lastly, Your Excellency, we are seeking to have special economic zones, as you have heard from our friend here, Oserian. Kengen were able to present yesterday. They've not done it, but they have an equally amazing platform for the investors to come in. GDC was also here yesterday, and we have had a good opportunity where we can be able to work. We'll be seeking partnership with the national government to declare these special economic zones so that the benefits accruing from the special economic zones can be passed to the investors and that we can be able to attract many more so that we can address the issue of unemployment in this country. With those few comments, and also having talked after my friend from Oserian, I hope it does not change how I talk. But I want to take this opportunity to invite our Cabinet Secretary for devolution, and please join me to welcome Eugene Wamalwa. Thank you.